Good morning, children. Today our topic is what? India relief features. Yesterday we have discussed about the Himalayas, Himadri, Himachal, Shivaliks, and Indo-Gangetic plains. We discussed regarding about the western part, eastern part, and central part, which are found by the plains, Indus River, Ganga, and Brahmaputra. Today we are discussing what about the peninsular plateau. Peninsula means what? A piece of land surrounding by the three sides of water is called what? Peninsula. See, if you see the western part, the India is covered with the Arabian Sea. Eastern part, Bay of Bengal. Southern part, Indian Ocean. A piece of land surrounding by the three sides of water is called what? Peninsula. The peninsular plateau having the what? With the characteristics we can find here. With the old crystalline sedimentary system, rocks, and metamorphic, which having metal and non-metal minerals. These are having the composition of the peninsular plateau of India, we can call. It is also called as the Indian peninsular plateau, which you can call as a, what do you mean by peninsula? A piece of land surrounding by the three sides of water is called what as a peninsula. For example, say western part is covered by Arabian Sea, eastern part is covered by Bay of Bengal, southern part is covered by the Indian Ocean. How does it composition done? With the old crystalline stones and sedimentary rocks and metamorphic, which having the metal and non-metal minerals we can find here. Next, if you find here in the peninsular plateau, which having the two divisions we can find here. Two divisions, one is comes on the part of Central Highlands, or we can call them as a Malwa Plateau. Central Highlands, or we can call as a Malwa Plateau. And second is what? We can find Chota Nagpur Plateau. Here, to the Central Highlands, we can find to the Gangetic plains to the south and Narmada River north. To the south of Gangetic plains, to the south of Gangetic plains, to the north of Narmada River, we could find here the word Central Highlands, which having the call as a Malwa Plateau. To the eastern of the Central Highlands, to the east of Central Highlands, we can find the word as a Chota Nagpur Plateau. It is a very rich in the mineral resources. It is a very rich in where? In mineral resource. To the eastern Central Highlands, what we can find here? Chota Nagpur Plateau. It is a very high rich in the minerals. When you compare to plateaus and plains, plateaus are not suitable as well as to grow the crops like plains in our country. Why? Because plains are having very fertile soil, and plains are having what? Perennial rivers. What do you mean that by perennial rivers? We already discussed in the yesterday class. Perennial rivers means what? The rivers which flow throughout the year due to rainfall as well as snow melting in our country. That is called what? Perennial rivers. These are the source for what? As in our country? Plains. So when you compare to plateaus and plains, plateaus are not suitable to grow as well as like plains crops in our country, and they have to depend upon the tube wells for the second crop. For what they have to depend here? They have to depend upon the for second crop. For what? Tube wells. If you find the plains, they have canals, they can go the irrigation for the what? For the crop purpose. But in the plateaus, they have to depend upon the what? Tube wells for second crop. For the first crop, no need, they have to get on the rainfall, no problem. So when you compare to the plateaus and plains in our country, plateaus are not suitable as well as grow to the crops when you compare to the plains. And the second crop they have depends upon the here tube wells. It is having complete rocky. The land is nature of what? Rocky, and it is having the more and more mineral resources. It is having the what? For the more and more mineral resources and rocky nature of the land we can find. So when we compare to plateaus and plains, plateaus are not suitable to grow the south of Narmada River. We can find one triangle land shape. Triangle land like this. It is called what as a Deccan Plateau. To the north of Deccan Plateau, what are the boundaries of Deccan Plateau? Satpura Range and eastern part, Michael, Mahadev, Kaimur ranges are there. These are the what? Ranges. And as well as to the west, Western Ghats, to the east, Eastern Ghats, to the south, Nilgiris are the boundaries of the Deccan Plateau. Western, in the western part, Western Ghats, in the eastern part, Eastern Ghats, to the south, Nilgiris, and here eastern also what we can find? Mahadev Hills, Kaimur ranges, Michael ranges are also acting as the eastern Ghat. To the north of the Deccan Plateau, what we can find here? Satpura ranges are there. So this is the what? Boundaries of the Deccan Plateau. In examination, they may be asked for us one more question. Name the boundaries of the Deccan Plateau. North will get Satpura range, south will get Nilgiris, as well as in the western part Western Ghats, eastern part Eastern Ghats, and Michael range, Mahadev Hills, and Kaimur ranges we can find here. When you compare to the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, comparison of what? Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. Western Ghats are continuous. Western Ghats are countries which having its few gaps, and Eastern Ghats are not continuous. And next, Western Ghats are countries with having with few gaps, and Eastern Ghats are not continuous. Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats are lesser height than the Western Ghats. We can comparison. And here sometimes the Western Ghats are having 1600 meters height to it rise with the 2000 meters height. Eastern Ghats are having on average only 900 meters height we can find here. And after rising the 2000 meters height, it will be near Gudaluru. Where? Near Gudaluru at Nilgiris. The Western Ghats will be intersect with the Eastern Ghats here. And next, which is the highest peak in the Western Ghat? Which is the highest peak in the Western Ghat? Annaimudi is the highest peak in the Western Ghat. Very, very, very important multiple choice question. Annaimudi is the highest peak in the Western Ghat. Annaimudi is the highest peak in the what? South India. Annaimudi is the highest peak in Annamalai Hills. The one question can be framed for us in the three variations. So, Annaimudi is the highest peak. Annaimudi is the highest peak in Annamalai Hills in South India or in Peninsular also. We can find, and which is the highest peak in Western Ghats also. Which is the highest peak in Western Ghats also. All will get only one answer. Annaimudi is the highest peak in Annamalai Hills. Annaimudi is the highest peak in South India. Annaimudi is the highest peak in Peninsular Plateau. Annaimudi is the highest peak in Western Ghats. Annaimudi highest peak in the Annamalai Hills. With how much meters? 2695 meters height we can find here, average elevation of the Annaimudi. And Dodabetta is the highest peak in Nilagiri Hills. Dodabetta is the highest peak in the Nilagiri Hills with the 2637 meters. Here we are having few hills are there. For example, Palani Hills, and next Annaimudi comes in. Annaimudi, Cardamom Hills, which we can find here what in Kerala state. Palani comes in the Tamil Nadu state. Annaimudi and Cardamom Hills comes under the Kerala state. And we have few others, Palakonda Hills, Seshachalam Hills, and for example like Horsley Hills. These are also we can find few hills are there in our country in the part of Peninsular Plateau. Coming to the Eastern Ghats, which is the highest peak we can find here, Aramakonda. Aramakonda with the 1685 meters height, where it is we can find in the Visakhapatnam district, Chintapalli. Highest peak in the Eastern Ghat what? Aramakonda with the height of how much elevation? 1685 meters height. Which district? In the Visakhapatnam district, place where Chintapalli we can find here. As we can find when you comparing the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, the few rivers are here originated in the Western Ghats. For example, in the Western Ghats, the river Godavari, the river Krishna, which are originated. The place of birth rivers which we can find Godavari, Krishna were in the Western Ghats only. So here, when the rivers will be start the origin place here, here in our country the Deccan Plateau having the sea little bit tilting. It's having some part of slope here. When you compare here, it is having the eastern part of slope. So due to this slope here, what happened? Most of the rivers are drained in the Bay of Bengal only. That is about here. The Eastern Ghats are not continuous, which having the deltas are created in our country due to the Godavari, Krishna rivers only we can find. Like Godavari Delta, Krishna Delta, we can find like that deltas are there. Here we can find the what differences between the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. And one of the remarkable feature we can find here is the what? The Peninsular Plateau is the origin due to the what? Volcanic eruption. It is having the very important for the black soil. It is a very good growth for what? As a cotton crop. This is the what regarding about the Peninsular Plateau. Now we will discuss about the desert. Desert. The one and only desert we are having in our country, that is called what? Thar Desert. What are the characteristics of the desert here we can find? High temperature, low vegetation, low rainfall, and we can call them as a scanty also. If the rainfall here appears for us 100 to 150 mm, very rare, that is in the rainy season also we can find. Streams here will be appear. Streams will be appear in the rainy season. Again, they will be disappear as soon as faster. Here streams will be appear in the rainy season. Again, as soon as possible, it will be disappear also for us. It is having a arid climate. It is having a what type of climate? Arid climate. The one and only river is there in the Thar Desert, that is called what? Luni River. What is the river name is called what? Luni River. The one and only river is there which is flowing in the desert, which will be not drained and it will be not joined in any sea, either Arabian Sea or Indian Sea, and it will be drained here only in the desert. And here we can find one more importance of the feature in the Thar Desert. The one of the famous canal is there. That canal is called what? Indira Gandhi Canal. Indira Gandhi Canal. It is the longest canal in India. Which one we can call as a longest canal in India, with the length of 650 kilometers. With the speed, how much? 650 kilometers. Indira Gandhi Canal is the longest canal in India, which has given specially drained for irrigation purpose in the Thar Desert in the Rajasthan state. The desert is located in which state? Rajasthan state. It is called what as the Great Indian Desert also. The Great Indian Desert we can call. The Thar Desert is called what as a Great Indian Desert. The major part we can find in our India where in the Rajasthan, and rest of the part is there in the Pakistan country we can find. What are the main characteristics? High temperature, low vegetation, low rainfall, or we can call as a scanty rainfall, and which you can find very less, 100 to 150 mm only rainfall we can find. It is having a arid climatical conditions. Streams are appear in the rainy seasons, and as soon as possible, very soon it will be disappear also for us. Here we have the only one and river, that is called what? Luni River, which will be not drained in any sea also. The internal drain system we can find. The longest canal which we can call as a Indira Gandhi Canal is there. It is the longest one in our India. To the on the name of Indira Gandhi, they kept this name and the memorial. It is called longest canal in India with a length of 650 kilometers for irrigation level for the agricultural system. They are using this canal. coastal plains. We can divide the coastal plains into two parts. One is western part, second is eastern part. In the western part we can find here, see the Western Ghats are there. Here we can find what, here the Eastern Ghats are there. Along with the Western Ghats we can find here, this is what, as a western coastal plain. Here we can find the what, eastern coastal plains we can find here. Coming to the part, in our country we have the 9 coastal states are there. How many? 9 coastal states. We can divide them into the 2 branches. One is western part, second is the eastern part. Western parts comes under what states will come here? Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala. Here we will get Gujarat also, which is not mentioned in our textbook, but we can take this. Gujarat also comes in the part of western coastal plains. Eastern part, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, they are not mentioned in the West Bengal, but we have to take this also eastern coastal plain states. So in the western coastal plain we have how many states are there? 5 states: Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala. In the eastern part, West Bengal, Odisha, AP, Tamil Nadu. We have to remember about the here 4 and here we can find 4. Now we will discuss one by one. The western coastal plain divided into 3 parts. How many parts? The western coastal plain divided into 3 parts. That we can call as a, in the western coastal plain, north part, central part, south part. What will comes under the north part? If you observe here, see, the Maharashtra and Goa both will come in the western coastal plain as a northern part. The Maharashtra and Goa both will come under the northern part of the what? In the western coastal plain. What is the coastal name of Maharashtra and Goa? What is the coastal name of Maharashtra and Goa? We have to call that is a what? Konkan coastal name. Konkan coastal name. Name the coastal name of Maharashtra, Goa. One more question or multiple choice question. Name the coastal name of Maharashtra and Goa. It is called what? Konkan coastal. Name the coastal name of Karnataka state. It's come what as a Canara coast. Name the coastal name of Kerala state. It is called what? Malabar coast. The Western Ghats and Western coastal plain starts from the Rann of Kutch to here till the Kanyakumari. What is the main southern tip of the mainland of India means? The southernmost tip of the mainland of India means we can call here what as a Kanyakumari. Kanyakumari. What is the southernmost tip of the mainland of India? The southernmost tip of the mainland of India means come which one? As a Kanyakumari. And which is the southernmost tip of the India including islands means here we could find Andaman Nicobar Islands. Here last we can find as a what? Indira Point. It is the southernmost point of our country. Which one? Indira Point. Mainland of India means Kanyakumari, including islands means Indira Point will get. So now here see the western coastal plain divided into 3 parts. One is northern part, one is central part, next is the southern part. So to the Malabar coast southern part, name the coastal name means we should write the what? Canara coast. To the Canara coast northern part, which coastal name is there means Konkan coastal name. That belongs to which states? Maharashtra and Goa. What is the coastal name of Karnataka? Canara coast. What is the coastal name of Kerala? Malabar coast. So here we can define this one as a western coastal plain divided into the three parts are there, and eastern coastal plain to the north of to the north, and here see central part and southern part. If you take the here, the Tamil Nadu state coastal name is called what? Coromandel coastal name. What is the coastal name of Tamil Nadu state? Means Coromandel coast. What is the coastal name of AP? Sarkar coast. Sarkar coast. What is the coastal name of Odisha? Utkal coast. As in our textbook they have mentioned only these coastal name states are there, but we can go some extra. They have given the Gujarat also called coastal name of our country, and West Bengal also. What is the coastal name of Gujarat? Means it is called what? Kathiawar or Kaitwar. What is the coastal name of Gujarat state? Kathiawar or Kaitwar. What is the coastal name of West Bengal state? Vanga or Banga. Which is the highest coastal name of our country in our India? Means the Gujarat will get the what with the 1074 kilometers, and we can call that is the highest longest coastal name of our country, and we can call as the length. Coming to the AP is the second largest coastal state in our India. In some areas we can find 972 kilometers, or in some area we can find what? 974 kilometers are there. Here this is the what? The coastal plains. When you compare to the deltas and northern plains and coastal zones, these coastal zones are also very rich in the fishes, and these are also very having a very highly which fertile soil and alluvial soil. For example, we discussed in the yesterday lesson what? Northern plains, which you can call as a northern plains. These northern plains are formed by the which rivers? Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra. How these northern plains are very fertile, with equally the here in the eastern part also we are having some deltas. For example, here we can find the Mahanadi Delta, here we can find the Krishna Delta, Godavari Delta, and down if you come here we can find the Kaveri Delta. These deltas also very fertile in soil and very prosperous for the agricultural sector to grow the crops in our country. And next, the coastal zones also very rich in the fishing level. We can find here the what? Few lakes are there in our country. For example, here we can find Chilika Lake in the Odisha state. Chilika Lake we can find where in the Odisha state. It is a salt water lake we can find. Which one? The Chilika. And coming to the AP, we are having two lakes are there in AP. One is Kolleru. It is a fresh water lake. Pulicat. It is a salt water lake. And Chilika is located where in the Odisha. It is a salt water lake we can find. These are very rich in the way for the fish zones, and as well as it is very good for the to grow the what? Aquatic bodies also. This is the what? Coastal plains about regarding our lesson number 1, India relief features. Islands. What do you mean by islands? We know about the discuss about the topic in the earlier in the small classes like 3rd class, 4th or 5th classes. About the peninsula and the island. A piece of land surrounding by 4 sides of water is called what? Island. 4 sides including north, south, east, west, like this we can find what as a islands here. We can take an example what? England, Greenland, etc. Few will become in the part of islands. If we take an islands in our country, we also having the 2 group of islands are there in our country. How many? 2 groups of islands are there in our country. If we take an example, Lakshadweep Islands. Andaman Nicobar Islands are there. Two group of islands are there. The Lakshadweep Islands are there in the western part of our country. In the western part of our country. Andaman Nicobar Islands are there where? In the eastern part of our country. Eastern part where? In the western part where? In the western part where? In the Arabian Sea. In the eastern part, Bay of Bengal. The Andaman Nicobar Islands are located in the eastern part and it is in the Bay of Bengal. Western part, the Lakshadweep Islands are located where? In the western part where? In the Arabian Sea here. These Lakshadweep Islands are origin of coral. Origin of what? Coral reef. And these Andaman Nicobar Islands are origin of what? Volcanic eruption. Name the islands which are with the help of volcanic originated, means answer will come what? Andaman Nicobar Islands. Name the islands which will be origin with the help of coral, means Lakshadweep Islands here. So here the Andaman Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep, which the mountains are running through the Aramakoma, which from the where? Myanmar country we can find, which having the submerge of the islands here, and slowly here in our country in the Andaman Nicobar Islands we are having Narcondam and Barren Islands. Narcondam and Barren Islands especially. These are the what? Volcanic eruption. These are the what? Due to the volcanic eruption here. And here we can find, see, the Lakshadweep Islands having the width spread of 32 square kilometer. Here we can find what? The Lakshadweep Islands having the spread of how much? 32 square kilometers. The Andaman Nicobar Islands are having more than 8,000 square kilometers. More than 8,000 square kilometers. Here we can find the variety of flora and fauna where in the Lakshadweep Islands. The great variety of what? Here we can find flora and fauna. In the Andaman Nicobar Islands you can find what? Here is a Great Nicobar bird. Great Nicobar bird. Here if we discuss about the Andaman Nicobar Islands, more than we can spread how much? 8,000 square kilometer. In this one what? The Great Nicobar having the 800 and above kilometers are there, and which is near to the equator part, and which is having the here more than 220 out of in our country 247 islands are there. Out of 247, more than 220 are located in the Bay of Bengal only. Remaining are in the Lakshadweep Islands we can find. It is the what origin? The Lakshadweep Islands are originated due to the what? Coral reef. The Andaman Nicobar Islands are originated by how? Due to the volcanic eruptions only. Especially we can find what? Narcondam and Barren Islands. Here we can find the what? Great variety of flora and fauna. Here we can find the Great Nicobar bird we can find, which is the located in the western part and here in the eastern part, Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. This is the what we can discuss about the islands. So India is having the what? The great variety of the climatical conditions. We can find the different type of which as a agriculture sectors we can find having the 6 physiographic divisions we have discussed till now. One is what? First one, Himalayas. In Himalayas we can find what? Himadri, Himachal, Shivaliks. And later on discuss about the what? Second physiographic divisions, Indo-Gangetic Plain, division part in the 3 parts, western part, central part, eastern part. Western part covered by the Indus River, central part covered by the Ganga River, eastern part covered by the Brahmaputra River. Here we discuss about the 2 important concepts also. Dune. What do you mean by dune and what is mean by Doab also. Doab means what? The fertile land between 2 rivers is called what? Doab. And next is what? Peninsular Plateau. And later on we discuss about in the Peninsular Plateau what? How does the composition of the plateau, metamorphic rocks, sedimentary rocks and old crystalline stone we discuss. And how we can find the division of the plateaus with the central highlands, or we can call as a Malwa Plateau. And next is what? Chota Nagpur Plateau. Chota Nagpur Plateau is a very rich in the mineral resources. When you compare to plateaus and plains, plains are as well as very grow in the crops agriculture sector. Plateaus are not suitable to grow as well as like a plains we discussed, and the Deccan plateaus of the what as a boundaries also we discussed. And coastal plains, western coastal plain, eastern coastal plain. Western coastal plain divided into the how many parts? 3 parts. One is as a northern part, central part, and southern part. The northern part comes in the part of what? Maharashtra and Goa. What is the coastal limb of Maharashtra and Goa? We can call as a Konkan coast. And central part, which comes under the part of Karnataka state, as a called as a Canara state, Canara coast. And southern part what? Kerala state will come. It is known as a what? Malabar coast. What is the coastal limb of Kerala state? Means Malabar coast we can call. Tamil Nadu coastal limb is called what? Coromandel. And AP coastal limb is called what? Sarkar coast. Next, Odisha coastal limb is called what? As a Utkal coast. We have discussed the salt lake and freshwater lake, where we can, in the Odisha Chilka salt lake is there. In AP, Koller is a freshwater lake, and saltwater lake is called as a Pulikat lake. Next is what here as a islands, Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman Nicobar Islands we have discussed. Time calculation we will discuss once here. When you compare it to IST and GMT, IST and GMT, IST is ahead to GMT 5.5 hours. We have to prove in the calculation method. How to prove? For example, we discussed in the 9th class only, the earth cross to 1 degree, it will take 4 minutes. Earth will take to cross 1 degree how many minutes? 4 minutes. And how we have to prove? IST is the ahead than the GMT. What is the IST time? We should discuss the IST time. How much? 82 degrees 30 minutes east longitude. This is the what? IST. Then how we have to prove the what? 5:30. We should make to cross 1 degree, it will take earth how much? 4 minutes. What is the time duration for the 82 degrees 30 minutes? Simple. We should make 82 into 4. How much? 4 to the 8, 4 8 the 32. Now we got this in the minutes. We have to convert into the hours now. Hours means how? 60. 60 into 5. 65 is how much? 300. Remaining how much? 28. So here this comes on the 5 hours and 28 minutes. We have not taken for the 30 degrees also, only we have taken up to 80. Approximately we can find what? 5 hours 30 minutes. So here we should discuss about the what? How IST is ahead than the GMT. 5.5 hours means we have to calculate in this manner. To cross earth will take 1 degree 4 minutes. IST how much? 80 degrees 30 minutes. We have to multiply with the 8 into 4 minutes. Why? Because to cross 1 degree 4 minutes here. 824 how much we get? 328. Now this answer is what? As a in the minutes. The minutes has to convert into hours. 65 is a 30 means 300, and remainder will become on the minutes, and this will become on the part of hours. So IST is ahead than the GMT. We have to calculate the time in this manner.